This is the story for girl life takes a dark turn after a tragic accident. Faced with guilt, deception, and haunting nightmares, she grapples with the consequences of her action. The pursuit of justice, the weight of lies, and the haunting present of her past lead to a chilling climax, leaving viewers with a profound message about the price of the truth and the cost of carelessness. This is Girl From Nowhere, Season 2, Episode 3, Minnie and the Four Bodies. Buckle up, spoilers ahead. The story begins inside the principal's office. There is a girl and her dad. The principal said they wouldn't stop talking until the girl told the truth. But the girl said no matter how many times they asked, her answer would stay the same. She didn't cheat on the test, and there was no proof. She also told the principal they could have just talked to her and didn't need to call her dad. Her dad interrupted and told her to say sorry to the principal. The principal told her that cheating was a big deal. After school, he quickly said he would give 1 million baht to the school because of what his daughters did. The principal informed them that Minnie would still face consequences, which involved cleaning the restroom in Building 4. Minnie was on the verge of protesting but ultimately decided to accept the principal's decision. Following this, Minnie shared the situation with her father. Her father explained that he had taken that action to prevent her from being expelled. Minnie remained indifferent, but her father expressed his frustration, stating that he was fed up with constantly searching for a school for her to attend. Minnie mentioned to her father that the principal lacked any proof, so how they accuse her of cheating. In response, her father scolded her for copying all the answers, calling her action foolish. He reassured her that she didn't need to lie to him because he wasn't the principal. Consequently, Minnie received a 1-month grounding and lost her car privilege. In the subsequent scene, Minnie, sitting in her car, called her best friend Jitane, who answered the call. Despite being under the influence, Minnie had left her house and informed her best friend that she would be picking her up. She explained what had happened earlier, mentioning that one of her classmates had let her copy the exam, and she had reported it to the teachers. Jitame inquired about how Minnie paid others for such favors, and Minnie disclosed that she paid in cash. Jitame also pondered why the principal could punish her without any evidence of cheating on the exam. Minnie, still drinking while driving, assured Jitame that she would come to pick her up, and they would party until morning. Tragically, this reckless behavior led to a car accident in which many people lost their lives. Minnie awoke to a green scene surrounded by the lifeless bodies, including Nanno and her classmates, Pluwen. Pluwen, one of her classmates, sought her assistance. However, a disturbing thought crossed Minnie's mind. She remembered that Pluwen was the one who had reported her cheating to the teacher. This realization made her hesitate to help. Desperate, Minnie used Nanno's phone to call her father for help. News of the accident quickly spread thanks to the television reports. Minnie's father was interviewed, and he denied any involvement of alcohol in the incident. Back to their house, Minnie's father lectured her angrily. Minnie continued to deny her action, insisting that the brakes had failed and it was unintentional. Tearfully, Minnie implored her father for assistance, but he ordered her to remain silent and left the dining area. The following day, Minnie returned to the school, where everyone gossiped about her and cast accusing glances her way. In their classroom, each student placed a rose on the desk of their classmate who had passed away. Nanno's picture frame rested on one of the desks, Minnie attempted to contact Jitame, but Jitame ignored her and walked away. During interviews, Minnie's father claimed that the incident had occurred due to brake malfunction, denying any involvement of drunk driving. However, the cafeteria crowd watched the news in disbelief, knowing that Minnie's father's statement was untrue. Minnie found herself inside a restroom stall, where she discovered students had written accusatory message on the wall, labeling her as a killer. Meanwhile, Fluent's parents were interviewed, describing their daughter as a good child. Minnie watched the interview and then left in distress. The following day, Minnie's father handed her a document prepared by their lawyer. Minnie expressed her reluctance to lie and carry out instructions in the document. Her father insisted that she follow it because their family had already been publicly embarrassed. In the days that followed, Minnie diligently practiced and memorized her lines. During interviews, Minnie maintained a smiling facade as the reporters questioned her about her statement. However, a bottle rolled near her feet, and she heard a voice asking if it was the same drink she had consumed on that fateful day. Minnie noticed a girl with a ribbon who walked away. Reporters continued to press her about alleged intoxication, and some even threw objects at her, forcing her to leave the area. Minnie received a notification about the hashtag Minnie4Bodies, which was trending. The next day, Minnie stared at herself in the mirror and asked Jitame why she was avoiding her. She recounted the events of that day to Jitame, emphasizing that Jitame should know since they had talked to each other that night. Jitame expressed her belief in Minnie but mentioned that she always sensed the presence of the four individuals behind Minnie. Minnie glanced behind her but saw no one, and Jitame walked away. Minnie, inside a restroom stall, began vomiting when she heard someone enter the room, whistling. She glimpsed the person's feet, but when she emerged from the stall, no one was there. As she washed her hands, the adjacent stall door opened. Minnie initially disregarded it, but when she looked again, she saw the four people, including Nanno. Meanwhile, Minnie's fathers met with a girl with a ribbon, exchanging money for the photos she possessed. He cautioned her that he would provide money only this once, and couldn't guarantee her safety if the pictures were leaked. While Minnie was sleeping, her room television suddenly turned on, playing news coverage about the accident. After that night, Minnie found it impossible to sleep. She confided in her mother, explaining that she could see the four individuals who had been following her. Her mother reassured her, telling her to heed her father's advice. The case results were announced and Minnie was penalized with compensation for the families of the accident's victims and 300 hours of community service. As they were driving, Minnie anxiously surveyed her surroundings, and she began to hear unsettling words echoing in her mind. The driver informed them that the car brakes weren't working and they ended up in another accident. Minnie suddenly found herself in the same location as the first accident, with Nanno sitting in her car in the rain. The four individuals took it upon themselves to punish Minnie. They continued punishing her until she woke up from the nightmare and noticed Fluent's parents outside her window. She approached her father, urging them to escape. Her father hugged her tightly, almost suffocating her, while Minnie kept crying. In a fit of rage, her mother struck her on the head with a bottle. Her father proceeded to strangle her to death. Minnie found herself in the hospital with various medical devices attached to her body. Nanno was there, speaking to her. Subsequently, Nanno entered an elevator and the girl with the red ribbon emerged from another elevator. The news of photo depicting Minnie drinking while driving and her father threats appeared on television. The girl with the red ribbon removed all the medical devices from Minnie's body. The episode concluded with Nanno exiting an elevator and witnessing Minnie's body falling from above. The girl with the red ribbon also exited her elevator and greeted Nanno, who responded by calling her Yuri. In my opinion, the harsh reality of life is that justice often favors those who possess power and wealth. They can manipulate the truth by offering money, making it seem as if nothing ever happened. However, karma remains an ever-present force. Had we been honest from the start and not concealed the truth, perhaps our punishment wouldn't have been as severe. The truth inevitably emerged, and we must be prepared to accept the consequences of our actions. We should take responsibility of our mistakes and recognizing that no amount of money can compensate for the lives lost due to someone's negligence. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Please don't forget to leave like and comment and requests of what will be the next episode.